how to pass your ACCA SBR exam first time, and also you walk out the exam thinking you might have failed it. Well, if you've got the SBR exam, sit tight. You are in for a treat with this recording because I'm delighted to welcome onto the channel Nation, who's going to walk and talk us through his insights, how he got on in the SBR exam. So, Nation, introduce yourself, my friend.
Hi everyone, my name's Nation. I've recently just finished my last ACCA exam of SBL, so now I'm an affiliate and I work as an accountant. And I'm going to be sharing my experience on sitting the SBR exam and thinking that I failed it when I came out of it.
Fantastic. Well, I mean, take us back to it, Nation. What springs to mind if someone just mentions to you ACCA SBR exam, and if you had to do it again, how would you go about it?
So, in my opinion, when I think back to the SBR exam, I do think for me it was the most difficult exam that I've ever sat, not just in the ACCA um, professional body exams, but in all of my exams I've ever sat, because the syllabus is just so big that you just never know when you're ready. You just don't feel like you're ready. No matter how much practicing you do, no matter how much memorizing you do, you still feel like you're just not ready. When you do a question, you feel hopeless. You
Mm.
start it, you think, now, what do I do now? You think, how can I get all these marks? It's a very hard exam to prepare for and to sit. But when you come out of it, even if you think you've failed, like me, when I came out of it, I was so sad. I thought this is the worst exam I've ever sat. I was really disappointed. When I came to results day, I was absolutely amazed to see that I'd passed it. And not just by a few marks, I passed pretty well. So I was really pleased. So I do think if you're preparing for this exam right now, do not worry. I guarantee the majority of the people are in the same boat and they will be struggling as well or finding it difficult. But in the end, I'm sure you'll all get there.
Super. Well, some really good motivation to kick us off there as well. But you talked about the syllabus. What about other resources? Arc back to all the different things that you had available. Maybe you could talk us through like what tuition you used. The floor is yours.
So actually, I graduated from my bachelor's in July, mid-July, and then I decided to take the ACCA route. And so I only had around the rest of July and August before I sat the September exam. And by that time, it was coming a bit late to get onto any tuition providers or for any courses because I think that the ones that I looked at had already begun.
Mm.
So I just decided to take it upon myself to do some self-studying for it.
Hmm.
When I look back at it, that was really hard. There was a lot to do, but I just cracked straight into it. I just looked a bit on YouTube to see how other people have maybe um, studied for it and prepared for it. I used Reddit to see how other people are because when you're self-studying, you feel like you're alone. You don't know who to talk to about it because in the end of it, you're self-studying and you might not know anyone who's doing the ACCA exams. So using these online resources to try and connect with other people that might be have passed it, or even watching videos like this one to see how they did it can really help. So I did that, and then I decided to download the open tuition notes for SBR, and I downloaded them, and then I printed them all out. And I just worked through that and the ACCA Study Hub to make sure that all the notes were up to date, and I just went through every international accounting standard and IFRS and really made pages and pages of notes highlighting just the key things of what you needed to know for each standard. And then I just cracked straight into questions because I thought it's impossible for me to learn all of these. I just knew in the time frame with about it was coming up to about 4 weeks, and I knew it's too hard to
Mm.
learn all of these in one right now because I was sitting the AA advanced audit exam as well at the same time. So to try and do both in around 5 weeks, it was super tough. So I just went cracked straight into questions, and I really do think that question practice on the CB platform was definitely the best thing that I could have done to pass them two exams.
Wow. Fantastic advice there. And all the resources, guys, we'll talk about in this video, I'll put in the description down below because we're going to have to mention about, say, the technical articles, examiners' reports, those sort of free resources on ACCA's website as well. Did you use those in your
Oh,
preparation?
I definitely use the technical articles. Um, they are one of the most important things before preparing for any of the exams and the SBR exam. You learn a lot about the updates of the IFRSs or the International Accounting Standards on the technical articles, and also keep an eye out for any new technical articles that might be released in the weeks leading up to the exams, because there may be a chance that they are tested. So really just keep up to date with them. You don't need to go into too much detail to memorize them, but I think have a read of them. Maybe be a bit proactive. So maybe if you're on the bus or if you're at an appointment waiting to go in, try and just read a few of the technical articles so they stay in your head a bit, because it can really help. So I definitely use that. And I use the ACCA Study Hub and the CBE platform. The CBE platform is very important to get familiar with that prior to your exam. Very important, because using the different tools on there, if it's your first time in the exam, it can be very challenging. So you have to practice with it before, because it's not the same as Word. It probably won't be the same as what you've used prior to starting the ACCA exams. So I do think you need to make sure you learn how to use all the tools.
No, really good advice on there, especially with those standards. And the thing I always tell my students is who study with me to do SBR, please expect there to be some actual mistakes and things that are going to go wrong in this exam, because they're not just going to lay out a question that just goes, oh, the standard for provisions has gone perfect in this question. You have to take your knowledge of the standard, analyze through the scenario and the details you're given, and then saying, right, what do we need to do as a result? Do we need to adjust? Do we need to actually make a disclosure? And it's the detail I find in the SBR exam that if you go into the detail, that is what is going to get you the marks along with the workings necessary. Would you agree with that approach?
Yeah, definitely. You need to make sure you go into detail no matter what standard comes up, and you just have to hope that your knowledge really you can apply it in the question. I think the majority of the time, if you've done plenty of past questions or past papers and papers,
Mm,
you will be able to apply the majority of your knowledge. There'll always be one or two standards that you're really not expecting to come up,
mm,
or that you may not know as much, but you shouldn't let it get you down in the exam. You just have to continue, because I guarantee a lot of the time there'll be one or two standards in there that is a lot of people think is very not needed for the exam, and it comes up and then everyone's thinking, okay, now what do I do? Because that happened to me in mine. I think it was around 8 marks, and I can't remember which standard it was, but it came and I was thinking, oh, I wish I studied this more. But then I just put whatever I could down, because you have to try and use your knowledge. Just think, what can you put down, and then move on. Be a bit strict with your time and move on.
yeah, exactly. There'll be easier marks to get elsewhere because when it comes to the SBR exam, we get told it's question one is all about groups. You've got question two, bits on ethics, and you've got sort of question three with the sort of standards on there. And those past paper questions, two time, under exam conditions on the CBE platform, absolute paramount on there for it. Uh, what about the ethics and professional skills module? I always hear that that is another area because you got the professional skills on this exam. Is that something that helps you out as well?
Yeah, I do. I actually did that before I started all my professional exams. I do think it's very important to do it before your SBL exam.
Hmm.
However, if you can do it before all of your professional exams, it's very good, especially for the SBR paper, because there is set marks there for ethics and in audit as well. So I would definitely recommend doing the ethics professional skills module before, because you have I can't remember how many marks, but I think it's maybe at least 5 marks potentially in your SBR exam. Sorry, I can't remember. How much is it, James?
It's give or take four-ish marks on there. You
Yeah.
get the sort of report format, and then it fits into different questions. So yeah, you're on the money.
Yeah, and I think that they are pretty straightforward marks. If you practice a lot of mock papers, you see the style of the question, how to implement the ethics in the question. So I do think they are a bit easier of the marks to get compared to the harder ones, for example, in the groups question.
Exactly. And if you had to treat yourself, Nation, to do the SBR exam again, what would you change? Like, would there be anything you do differently?
I think because that was actually my first paper of ACCA before that was before my audit paper, I think. So I wish I was a bit more stricter with my time in the exam because I came out of university thinking, oh, I'm fairly good at exams. And then when I went in the time management on this paper, it was not as good. I was struggling for time. I don't think I actually got to complete the full paper, which is why I think that I thought when I came out of it that I had failed. So I do think I should have practiced more mock papers,
Hmm.
but that set me up for the rest of my journey. So I guess you learn from your mistakes. But if I was someone watching this video now, learn from my mistake and try and do more mock papers to time to ensure that you know how fast you need to go in the exam and be strict with your time management. Definitely.
Yeah, exactly. I would say I literally spoke to an SBR student the other day, and they sadly had failed the exam. And they said when they came to their exam when they did it, they spent far too long on question one with the group accounts, and that meant they missed out on the sort of other marks elsewhere. They even left some questions blank. So, how important is it to just do and get the 100 marks attempted in your paper?
That's definitely the most important thing to pass the ACCA exams is make sure you attempt all the questions. Don't do what I did and get hung up when you think you should be doing nice presentation because at the end of the day, the marker's not gonna really mind if you've got fonts in bold, italic,
Mm,
underlined. They're not there for that. They're there to mark your paper to see what you've got down. You should make it space between each point, for example, that's good to do. But don't worry about making them all different fonts, headings. I think
mhm.
that's something that I shouldn't have done. It wasted a lot of time in my exam. But thankfully I passed. But if I look back, I wish I didn't do that. And also, like in the groups question, when you go to the Excel kind of
Yep.
spreadsheet response, try to make sure you're familiar with that because and learn the different quick tips for using your keyboard on it because it can really help. So make sure you get familiar with the spreadsheet and make sure one thing that just come to my mind is make sure you know how to open the question on half of your screen and then like maybe find a technique to copy it into the word response and get that done and practice so you know how you're going to respond to the question so you're not wasting time having 10
Mm.
tabs open because it can be really stressful in an exam and I remember that I did that and it was a real headache in the exam because I didn't know where everything was.
Really good advice there because if you're going from one page to another and back again, you're just losing minutes, which I'm afraid don't equate to any marks. And maybe we've got some students who maybe English isn't their first language and you're getting a bit worried about the accounting standards. It's okay to make some spelling mistakes. It's all right. It's not the end of the world. The marker does take that into account and they're really looking for you to just demonstrate that knowledge. It doesn't have to be absolutely perfect on there. But Nation, do you have any other final points that you've got to get on record that could be the difference in getting a student the 50 plus and the pass they are after?
I think that you should just try your hardest and keep disciplined in your preparation. There'll be a few days where when you're studying, you feel like you just are losing all hope. But in them times, just continue and just try and get there because I'm sure you'll get there in the end. Because I assure you, I was in the same position, but I managed to get there. So even when you feel hopeless and down and you're really struggling and you think this is the worst that you've ever been for an exam, just try your best, be positive, always have a positive mindset because that really helps. Because I guarantee a lot of people are in your position. And when you go in, forget about all the previous mocks that you've done, any negativity, and really just stay positive. And I'm sure you'll get there and you'll pass the SBR exam.
Fantastic advice. And even just doing like a little 5 mark, 8 mark, 10 mark question, just even one a day, it just builds momentum so that even if you're working full time, you're still getting that little bit done and it will start to accumulate. And that is definitely going to help you out. But Nation, thank you so much for your insights today. I think you're going to really help out some ACCA students. Where if you have any questions for us, guys, leave us a comment down below. Make sure you subscribe and any other final words of wisdom or wishes, Nation, that you want to get on record.
Good luck to anyone who's sitting in the June attempt and any attempts after that. If you fail, Don't worry, there's always another attempt. Don't let it drag you down. Learn from your mistakes, and I'm sure you have the knowledge. A lot of the time, it's just about the time management, but you'll get there in the end, and good luck.
Absolutely spot on. Well, best of luck, guys, and who knows, enjoy your exam.